Hey guys, it's Andy with Andy Huffer Coaching, and today is the second day post rest day, and I wanted to give you guys an update on my mental status because yesterday was rough, man. Yesterday was really rough. As I mentioned, on Sunday, I took a rest day. Like, didn't go to the gym, didn't do steps, didn't do cardio, didn't go work out. I was solely focused on being present with my husband and, really enjoyed it for what it was. I was a little looser on my macros and, all well and good, enjoyed it thoroughly. But yesterday, like, oh boy, trying to get back into a rhythm after taking a day off really is not something that I enjoy. It's not easy. It's something that makes me feel like I did something bad. I feel like I need to make up for that workouts. Like, there's a lot that goes on that really tries to drag me into a pattern of never going back to the gym, never working on my nutrition. Like, it really, like, it's a bad headspace to be in. But you do what you have to do, even with that heavy mental load. And I know a ton of my clients who wind up feeling like, oh, I messed up one day and it turns into a week, that turns into a month, that turns into 2 months. And then it's like, how did I get here where I just, lost every single bit of progress? Well, this is why. This is exactly why, because the day after you convince yourself again that it's like, oh, yesterday wasn't so bad. It was actually good. So today I'm just going to do that again. And those days, they creep up and they add up, and all of a sudden, no progress, right? But here we are, day 2. Okay. How am I feeling? Great. I'm actually back into the rhythm, back on my program, back on my plan. This is the second day that I'm back at it, and I'm on the other side of it. And so yesterday I wanted to highlight, the feelings of, wow, like I broke a chain of like habits, like I broke the streak, right? And the challenges that come with that, because your brain tries to convince you that, oh, what's one more day? What's one more cookie? What's one more bite? Your brain lies to you. Your brain sits there and tries to convince you that, you deserve another rest day, that you deserve another cheat meal, that you deserve to backtrack. Like, how crazy is that? Is that you're sitting here trying to convince yourself that it's okay to let go of all your progress because it feels good. And so, yes, that day after your cheat meal, that day after your rest day, that day after you've fallen off and broken the habit chain, that day sucks. And so I wanted to highlight that yesterday, but today, I want to highlight that we're back at it. That the thoughts that I was having yesterday about one more cookie and one more rest day, they're still there, but they're quieter. They're getting backed up a little bit, and it's easier to get to the gym. It was easier to get up today. It was easier to do my cardio. It was easier to do my steps. Today's 1,000% easier. But that doesn't mean that it's still not in my head that it's like, oh, I can have another cheat, I can have another day where I relax. And then go through all that again? No, thank you. Oh my God, no, thank you. But today we went back to the gym. We got back to it. And no, I mean, I went back yesterday, but yesterday was like, no, let's count it. I was going to say it doesn't count because of the way that like my mindset was, but it counts, right? I went to the gym. I did what I could. My plan, executed it perfectly for my nutrition. I did my cardio. I did my steps. I did everything that I was supposed to do with my mind feeling like 1,000 pounds. So it counts. I mean, it should count double now that I think of it, right? But today is like, I'm getting it done. Like I am still plowing forward full force because it's like I wind up getting into this pattern of, like I'm working really hard. I'm working really hard. I need to take this vacation. I need to relax. I need to just let go and just not do anything. But it's getting back. It's getting back into the habit that really, really sucks. And so I feel a lot of compassion for when my clients, they fall off their program and, they don't check in because they're like, oh, first it's because they're embarrassed. I mean, you shouldn't be embarrassed. It happens. You should never feel embarrassed because you couldn't do something perfectly. What do we say about perfection on this podcast? It doesn't exist. But I want you to also understand that when you do fall off, getting back to it is so crucial. It is so important. And it is hard. It is so hard. It is the hardest thing to do. It is harder than starting the program. It is harder than, maintaining it. The hardest thing to do when you are on a health and wellness journey is to fall off and get right back to it. But the people who are most successful on the program, who are wildly successful, the people that I have brought to their goals are the people who can do that, who can fight that little piece of their brain that says, oh, just one more cheat day. Oh, just one more, just one more, just one more. But that's why you have to have somebody like a coach, accountability partner, a friend, family member who's going through the journey with you, because then you could talk about it. You say, oh, this sucks. This really, really sucks. Like, I just want to be normal and just do these things. It's really hard because I feel like, one extra day of rest isn't going to throw me off. And you're right, it's not. But that one extra day is just going to lead to another, and then another, and then another, and then another. And most of the time, if you fall off your training program or your diet program, most of the time it's because you think that you need it. Most of the time is because you've convinced yourself that, oh, like this is for my benefit. But when you're on an exercise program, there's two things that you got to learn. The first is that the training itself is what is feeding into your life more energy. Okay? You are building life quite literally when you are at the gym. And the second thing is that you have to maintain it every single day. Now, that doesn't mean lift weights every single day. That doesn't mean run 20 miles every single day. But if you understood what the human body is actually capable of, you would realize that, if you're training 4 to 5 times a week, the other 2 days, you should be walking, you should be outside, you should be moving your body. Use the energy that you've created to actually do something functional. Like, once you realize these two things, you'll realize rest days, you don't need them. You don't need them. Like, even if I go to the beach, I'm getting in 3 or 4 miles walking because I'm walking on the beach. Like, I'm enjoying the beach, but I'm also moving my body there. I'm swimming. I'm playing, little paddle ball, spike ball. Like, I'm still moving and using the energy that I've created in my body for something productive. So it's not a rest day where you just do nothing, which is what happened to me on Sunday, is that I did nothing. And so my body was just like flooded with all this energy, and it's like, no, this ain't it. I don't like it. Don't want it. And so I give this little gift to you, this little nugget of wisdom, okay? It's easier to start a program and maintain it rather than start a program and fall off and have to restart. I promise you, that cheat meal, that rest day where you do nothing, that moment is not worth it, because what it will take from you is the will to continue. Okay? I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Love you guys.